Hi, I'm Chas, and you're watching Chas's Crazy Creations.
Today's another Craft or Crap challenge, and you get to decide. Let us know what you think in the comments below. The instructions for participating are at the end of this video, and here are the basic rules. It needs to be a 4th of July theme, and it needs to include wooden spoons. I'm using 5 wooden spoons, and I purchased them very inexpensively from Amazon. There's a materials list? You can find out all of this information in the description below. I started by hot gluing the handle of one spoon to the back end of the spoon side of another spoon. I continued this step with a third spoon, again gluing the handle to the back of the spoon side of another spoon. I then added a 4th spoon and then finally a 5th spoon. The great thing about the hot glue is it's a little pliable, so you are able to make the star shape that I'm trying to create easily. Now, because of the layering, there are some gaps between all of the spoons. I went ahead and added some hot glue to just hold those a little more steadily into place. Now, the hot glue worked well on some of the sides, but as you can see here, this side has a pretty big gap, so I wanted to reinforce it a little bit more. I didn't want anything taking away from the star, so I used some fishing line, and I cut little pieces of that and tied each of the intersections of the star together. Now you can leave this spoon as is, but I'm going to go ahead and paint it white as my front door is pretty dark and I want it to pop. So I'm using some Apple Barrel multi-surface paint in the color white, and I painted one coat on to the entire spoon star, and then I let that dry, and then I gave the entire thing a second coat. I love Apple Barrel paint because it's water soluble, so it's really easy to clean up afterwards, whether it's on your skin or your brushes or anything like that. Now, there are so many fun painting options, and I have another wooden spoon here, so I'm going to show you another little trick that you could paint your star if you wanted to. And I'm using Folk Art Home Decor wood tint in the color white, and I'm going to paint the center of the spoon with the white color. Next, I'm going to add some Folk Art Ultra Dye in the color infrared. I decided to paint the bottom half of the handle with that up till it overlapped with the white. And then I'm going to add some Folk Art Ultra Dye in the color Wood Bayou. And I'm going to add this to the top part of the spoon. And this is just another way you could paint your spoons and then glue them into place to make that star. So lots of options when it comes to painting and having fun when you're creating this star. Now that the white paint is dry, we're going to move back to the star. And I grabbed these ribbons from Dollar Tree, and I need to decide where I want to place it. The top, the bottom, the center. Where do you think I should put the ribbon? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to be putting it in the center of the star, but I want to shorten these ribbons up, and I could cut them, but instead I'm going to take some hot glue and glue them to the back. Now we're ready to hang it up. Now I added a little fish line to the top. You can hang it like that, or you could use a magnetic hook and hook it onto your door. Here's a look at that other spoon, and I know what you're thinking, Chas, what are you going to do with it? Well, I'm going to turn it into a game. So we are going to use it to play an egg game where you put the egg on a spoon and you carry it across the yard, and then you try to transfer it to somebody else, and then they have to go back and forth like a relay race. You can also use it with a beach ball to play games on the ground, or use a balloon and try to keep the balloon in the air. Now, just as a heads up, painted spoons are not safe for food. So let's talk about an option with a spoon that is safe for food. So grab your wood burning toolkit. I have a plaid one. I put the tip in that I want to use to create my spoon, my wood burn spoon. And then I'm going to turn the temperature on to the desired temperature. And then I'm going to let it heat up for approximately 10 minutes. Now that it's heated up, I simply write words or draw a picture, whatever I want, onto the wooden spoon. Here it is all finished, and now this is safe for serving food. Now, let's talk about if you're not comfortable freehanding it, what are some other options? Here's an example. So I grabbed some utensils from Dollar Tree, and then I put some adhesive stencils onto it, and I colored the inside of those adhesive stencils with a pencil. I removed the stencils, and now I'm just tracing over the penciled words with the word burn tool. And here they are all finished and ready to use. Now, if you wanted to use some paint, I'm going to use some Folk Art Color Shift in the color green gold, and I'm just going to paint the handle with the green paint. I'm going to paint it entirely, and then I'm going to let that dry. Now, I drew a flower onto the spoon, but you could also use tracing paper to transfer something to the spoon as well. And then once again, I use the wood burning tool on the part that will touch food, and I just trace over all of the design. You could create several of these and put them in a vase so that they're on display in the center of your table, and then they're ready to grab to serve food. What I love about this patriotic wreath that I've made is that I'll be able to take that ribbon out of the center and replace it with something new for every season. To join the challenge, head over to Instagram and tag both Mona from Craft Clatch and I, chascrazycreations, with the hashtag CrafterCrap. You can also add it to our CrafterCrap Facebook group. Now head over to Craft Clatch and see what Mona's created for this CrafterCrap challenge. All of the details and links for this challenge are in the description below. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. And I hope this inspires you to create a patriotic wreath of your own. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel and my blog at chascrazycreations.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Want 21 sensible home hacks to make you a smarter homeowner? Sign up in the description below.